keep positive, keep positive, keep positive, keep positive, keep positive. We'll get through this. This is kind of the mantra that I'm using right now, and reminding myself that making videos like this and doing my morning pages are really, really positive mental health exercises for me. We're in a financial pickle, which always sends me down into a spiral. So I'm using techniques and tools here to keep myself positive. Let's see if it works. Affirmations is a thing, isn't it? Folk do that, so I'm kind of using that idea to keep myself going, keep us going, keep me making content. And that's an interesting thing as well, talking about mental health. I watched a really long video yesterday by Super Eyepatch Wolf, I think his name is, about the dark side of content creation. It was recommended by Tom Buck on his podcast. And I like listening to Tom. I've liked listening to his stuff for a while. Found him through Bav. I met Bav on the Part-Time YouTuber Academy. And Bav had Tom Buck on her podcast Creators Campfire. And I've been listening to Tom on and off ever since, and I admire what he's doing. He makes content for himself. He talks about the dark side. He talks about trolls. And I think this video from Super Eyepatch Wolf resonated really hard with him. And so he spoke about it at length on his podcast. And so I followed it up and watched it, and it was great. And the message at the end was, make stuff because you want to make stuff, not because you want to blow up.
The reality is, finding success on social media, building a following, it is difficult, creeping towards impossible, and it's only getting harder. But that doesn't have to matter. Your art doesn't have value because of what other people think of it. It matters because of how it makes you feel. Make the content you want to make and have a great time doing it. And not only do I genuinely believe that that's the only real way to make other people care about it, but even if it doesn't work out, you still spend time making something you love, and that will never be a waste.
That's what I'm doing, you know? And I find myself sometimes thinking, oh, maybe this video will go viral, or getting down because my numbers aren't growing, and so I have to keep reminding myself that this channel is about my personality, about my mental health. And I hope that through doing what I'm doing, anybody watching it can maybe see that it's working for me, and that it might work for you as well, you know? My alcoholism is something I wanted to talk about on this channel quite a bit. When I started growing it, when I did the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and I was like, right, recovery from alcoholism, that's a good niche. I can grow, I can blow up, I can niche down and all that. But you know that I don't really want to talk about drinking all the time. I don't want to talk about what it was like for me, because I can only tell that story so many times. I think what I'm doing now is like a glimpse into what life after addiction can look like, and how life can still be a struggle, because it is, and how it can be alright. You know, what I'm making here is helping me. So this is, in a way, part of my recovery. If I'm not feeling like making something and I make something anyway, it usually helps. Helps to remind me, because I'm talking it through, you know, as I would in a meeting. The downside, of course, is I'm not getting to hear anybody else's wisdom, strength and hope. You know, that's a missing part of it, which I don't really get through doing this, but it's keeping my head in the game. It's keeping me in a place where I feel like I can convince myself everything's going to be alright. Perspective, maybe that's the best word to use here. I can keep perspective. Doing things like journaling is a massive one. Gratitude is a massive one. You know, I can remind myself that although it's costing us a fortune, you know, my daughter's having the time of her life. She's away right now playing with the National Youth Orchestra. And she's just played in Manchester. She's going to be playing on Friday night in Saffron Walden. She's going to be playing the Albert Hall on Saturday, which we're going to see. And then she's going to Guildhall. She's going to Conservatoire to study music. It's like, this is amazing. Also, here's Willow to say hi. I've got my health. My family's healthy. We've got a roof over our heads. We've got food in the fridge. The car doesn't need repaired. You know, there's all sorts of little things that can help as long as I take note of them, think about them, consider them. You know, last night I climbed into bed with clean sheets and I just lay there and I was like, this is alright, you know. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, life after addiction. Without picking up, without using, you know, finding ways to navigate the difficult times by using what I've learned, I think, from AA, but also what I've continued learning after I stopped attending AA, which happened before pandemic, actually. I'd kind of stopped going. Through reading about the Stoics, which I'm doing right now, through reading other stuff like Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now, which was a big help to me. Another book that I found really helpful was Viktor Frankl's book, The Meaning of... Is it The Meaning of Life? No, it's something to do with meaning. Can't remember the title. I'll put it down below and you can check it out. All about finding positivity in a concentration camp. You know what I mean? Mental. So I know we'll be alright. And when I find myself spiralling down and getting worried and starting to freak out a wee bit, you know, even this has helped today, just sitting down and talking to you. So that's why I'm doing it. Not because I want to blow up. Not because I want this to be my path to financial freedom, but because it helps me to feel better and to come to believe, to use an AA term, that everything's going to be alright. So there we are, from me and Willow. Have a brilliant day. I'll see you tomorrow.